Okay, so I'm going to record the today's video. The discussion is called Vakyartha Sadas. Vakya means verbally spoken. Sadas means I'm discussing or commenting on what was discussed today at Kailaasha uh, by our president, Swami Sri Nityananda Parameshwaram. And I am their spiritual ambassador. And we have embassy of Kailaasha in Massachusetts. So I'm going to discuss regarding what uh, was the essence of the sun today. So what Swamiji said was what we feel as the essence of our spiritual cord is called Purana. There is like it's like a thread. So from the cosmic consciousness, there is a piece of me that identify me as me to me in this body. So what that would be is he says you can either use like identify what I think as me versus my higher purpose of me. So as a Siddha and a clairvoyant, my mom revealed to me my whole goal for this life is to learn longing. And I connected initially with Sita, but her whole life was about understanding longing for the love and attention, and she got it from Ram. And then even after their separation, she stayed together in that love, and that was her completion process. And because that is a very challenging space, so initially when I get that longing, I have to go through the pain and suffering first until I understand how to heal it. Okay, that's the general purpose of my birth. And then, like how it says, aham Purana or Atma Purana. There is Aham Purana uh, what is my identity I keep in the spiritual card, whereas my Atma Purana. My Atma Purana I said is longing. My Aham Purana. So the spiritual card, when I use it just for my healing, it's very small. The minute you build your family to be inclusive. That's why, like, when you get into the motherhood versus when you're an adult, a teenager, your spiritual card is smaller. Then afterwards, you include your family, and then when you go into a spiritual practice, it becomes bigger, the circle. So I find when I focus on my longing, my suffering is bigger. Whereas when I focus on somebody else's longing and heal it automatically, it's like we do teaching here, and they call it continuing education credit. So the minute you teach, half of the credit you can take it to yourself. So sometimes when you teach, you kind of like get a sense of, no, this didn't make sense before, now it makes sense. Same way, the more I heal somebody's longing, somehow it like, heals me in return. So I also found that was what my spindle was. And the more I did more and more work selflessly for the community, I find my spiritual card getting bigger and bigger. So I was able to like heal more people this way. But Swamiji's teaching, on the other hand, is huge. Like, the whole auditorium you can heal. So his spiritual card is probably huge. So that's why he was saying, I was talking to the me from the universe in this me to the me in you. So that is a very nice way he said that. And the way I understood is like, if I come from no agenda of my own and not to be so focused on my way, instead to truly listen to the other person and where their feelings is, if I reset it, I find I derive the most joy. So that's another way I deal with these longing emotions. In India, the way I heard Swamiji's teacher, his name is Tondai Mandalam. And they go by lineage, like, they have like numbers, and I think 232 is the current person who's ruling, and Swamiji will be 233. So that will be his, and they rule the throat chakra for the Tondai Mandalam, right? So they have a command of speech consciousness. So I like the way 232 Tondai Mandalam said. He said thinking is buddhi, right? Thinking is buddhi, like, oh no, thinking is manas. Manas. So the Kaya Kalpa Yoga, which we saw you introduced for next 21 months, is not to think, because thinking is considered as a sickness in India. So that's why we don't think, because we really want to listen. So the first thing is to become Manon Mani, meaning like you are the pearl of wisdom. So for becoming Manon Mani, we need to have stillness. And the thinking starts in the belly button, it keeps going to the throat. So that's the Kaya Kalpa Yoga, to really understand and listen and be an influencer for ourselves. So that's how you become the blue pearl. There is a blue pearl meditation we do in Arhati Yoga, Master Chavaka Priest. So not to think allows us to truly be an influencer for ourselves, and then talking, and so this will allow me to listen better to others, and then talking to their listening is how you influence. That's how you become a social media influencer and stuff. So that is one of my goals as well, to become a pearl of thinking, like, the Manon mind, like, to keep my mind still. In stillness and confidence will be your strength, it is said, right? So then comes the second stage of that, after you release that thinking part and become a Manonmani, is Chintamani, which is actually Lakshmi space, like in the universe, where Chintam means, like, having a golden presence. So people, just by you being in their presence, they breathe easy. And essentially, they say people, Lakshmi, when she comes, even her dust will turn another person into gold. So, like, you never worry in their presence, you're taken care of. And Lakshmi, like, shown as though she has a strength of 1,000 elephants. So in India, they say, um, ஆயிரம் யான பலம் அந்த மாதிரி. So Chintamani. So that's the second stage. So Siddham is what is Chintam. So Siddhamல வந்து ரெண்டு லெவல். ஒன்று வந்து Siddhi Vinayak and Siddhi Lakshmi. What is the difference? Siddhi Vinayak is mind-wise, to have that inner space that doesn't get activated when people even insults you. That's why, like, Arugambul juice you can drink, because Ganapati is supposed to be represented by Arugampul. It's a special type of a grass, and I don't know for English what it is. I should probably look it up. So it's a grass drink. And then Lakshmi is emotionally to be in that space of contentment, because Lakshmi's bijam has 4 pieces. It's like you have the immense potential, and then Re is extreme prosperity and wealth. E is contentment arising out of extreme prosperity and wealth. Im is removal of misery. So her bijam is Shri, and Ganesh bijam is Gam. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And Gam is like Gana, the Mananmati, Gana. It's becoming a think tank and remove people's misery. So these are 2 pieces. And my meditation T-shirt this year, I'm ordering Lakshmi Ganesha Mahayantra. And then what is it? The third piece he said, the Sunday Mandalam, is so Manas, Siddham, Buddhi. Buddhi is where you relate to these. Oh, I think this way. And I feel this way, and this is the relationship. So Swamiji says listening and then understanding and perceiving very deep. So he suggested to take betel nut as an aushada uh, at night. So what I do is I take betel nut with one moringa seed, haritaki, and then shaved betel nut shaving, and that allows me to chew because he says the minute you think these and chew, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And today he reveals uh, logic, which is listening, and then visualization, perception, and time and space. So like length, breadth, depth, time and space. Beyond that is the Purana, that is Nityam. Nityam means eternal, eternity, immortality or eternity. So he says whether we are alive or not, that piece in us which we consider as the Purana is there, always there. So identifying what this Purana is about is what the Vakya is. So understanding deeper and deeper, when you chew the betel nut, when you think about it in Vakya, it gets very, very deep into yourself. So your cellular tissue itself can secrete the joy. When you go to the cellular level, he says, this is in the past, he said, every hair follicle is capable of producing that bliss, and which we call endocannabinoid. And by doing that, you will have cellular orgasm. And I was sharing this in, in my medical conference, and the other doctor said, we want to drink what you're drinking. I thought that was so cute. We all laughed. So that is the essence of today's satsang, I think. And I loved it. Whenever Swamiji shares, it is so such a joy to listen to him. The other thing I want to share is I'm watching Lennon's interview, Lennon Karupan and Kieran's interview and stuff. They are, see, when you listen at 43 mindsets. And I'm going to show you guys. Varahi, right? She gave me this yantra. So the Sri yantra has 9 different triangles, 4 on one direction, 5 on another direction. It intercepts and it makes 43 triangles. So each one is a mindset. And if you're stuck in the previous mindset, it doesn't work for the next level. Like you are in kindergarten, but you cannot argue with a professor of a PhD university. And that's what is happening with Lenin, Karupan, and Nakiran and stuff. They're using a logic that is irrelevant. And judging another person based on how you behave is like, I think in the long run, it is improper. But unfortunately, there is nobody to correct people who believe they know better. And the reason is Swamiji wants himself to be the way the other person wants to see him. So like when I went, they called me Ma. Like I was shocked. I said, why is he calling me Ma? Because for him, everybody is his mother. Everybody, he gives them a motherly role. And if in case they want to be seen another way, the other role he gives them is sister. So I think you can and we can easily misinterpret what he's doing based on our understanding of how we would behave in another person's presence. When I energetically saw him, he was huge, and he was holding out his thumb because it's clean hands and clean heart. That's what Rudram is about. So he comes from a very, very beautiful space. So I saw my hands were wrapped around him like a baby, so you could see like he was ginormous in energy. And when he gets into our spirit body, uh, he would make us lose control and we will be kept in an energy bubble. I felt almost like the hamster in the energy bubble in the bus. But the movie where the dog is like uh, the pup, and the hamster will be rolling in the little bubble he has. So that's how Swamiji actually completely will help you not to even touch the ground and oscillate you, like get shaky and stuff. So if you do not understand spirituality, the best is at least to be in a place of listening. But anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Nakiran has a point of view, but that doesn't mean it's correct. In his point of view, he judged a person and he feels him lacking. So that's fine. You don't need to listen to him, but that doesn't mean you need to punish him either. But we have to go through what we need to go through, and that's all I wanted to share. And I actually tied this in India. They will tie for a prayer on those two girls who's arrested and they are still in Gujarat prison. I tied a coin and I'm going to wait and pray until they are released every day to send a prayer. They'll be released safely back to their home in Australia. And I don't know the other lady whether she's from Europe and they have a safe return back to their home. So I know Swamiji is taking care of them, but it's kind of a shame that our society doesn't respect monks and hurts them more instead of supporting them. That's all I wanted to share, and I love you all. And like Swamiji says, so my goal is to identify with my Purana. So my mantra is Om Nityananda Sita Priyameshwari Oham. That's what I am Sita Priyameshwari and Nityam and Anandam because I want to give Sita the space of bliss and also the eternity in my body. So I invite her because she deserves to be home with me. And I love, love, love Swamiji because he opened up a portal for me that I never knew existed. Be blissful.